Hey guys, it's Jeff here again, making a video on Viper tips and tricks on the Haven map. So this video is going to be cut up into 4 different segments. 1, intro, 2, attacks, 3, defense, and 4th, Ulti placement. So when I finished my placement matches, I ended up in Silver 2, and I ranked up to Immortal 2 just through solo queuing, playing Viper only, and this video was made as of closed beta. This is just kind of to show what worked for me and that it's definitely possible to solo queue as Viper only. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and can learn something from it. Hey, what's up guys? I'm excited to bring to you today some cool attacks on the A site on Haven. So it all stems from this cart wagon over here, and the reason why I like it is because it's closer to spawn. You don't necessarily have to move up to get this setup going on. So we're gonna go ahead and use all 3 of our abilities, and let's go ahead and take it what it looks like. So just notice my crosshair placement. I'm gonna jump throw very quickly, and this smokes off Heaven. So if you'll notice there, it goes bloop, it lands there. For my line, we're gonna go ahead and aim at this light bulb over here. And finally, for my acid, it's the same lineup, but I'm gonna go up to just, if you look to the left of my crosshair, a little bit northwest, it's just that edge of that roof. We're gonna go ahead and fire. And so let's go take a look what this does. So we're gonna go ahead and pop our stuff.
Toxins going up.
Heaven smoked. This cross is smoked. More importantly, this angle crossing CT smoked. A lot of times what we want to do is our goal is to try to get to under Heaven or Hell, right? So if you'll notice what it did, the acid comes over here, which is a very popular spot, especially when they're getting executed on. Let's just put ourselves in the other person's view, right? Okay, where am I? This is where am I gonna hide? The only place I'm really gonna try to hide is right here, right? And so we acided this off, right? So this is a really cool take. And as always, I really like to put myself not only in the enemy's position, but also my teammates' position of what this setup looks like, right? So the really cool thing about this line wall is, check it out, right? So if you're split Aing, your ally coming from short.
Toxins going up.
This wall doesn't block off their line of sight, dude. Look at this. It just, like, I don't know, it just works. So and then
Poison orb emitting.
so all they have to do is they can help you clear this, right? And then you come up.
Screen down.
And remember, this whole thing is acided off. So I think this is a really great, a lot of pressure and a lot of sight taking ability with just Viper. Alright guys, we're going to move on to Site C. Let's take a look at different ways we can apply pressure here. So for my line, it's mostly always the same. I love using this just because it cuts the site in half. My orb, we can use a different way. We're still standing in the same corner here. I'll aim at this box here. I'll aim it up towards the skyscraper. I'll toss it. And for my acid, what I like to do is I'll aim at this thing, take 2 little steps here, aim a little bit up, and fire. And let's take a look at what it looks like.
Orb emitting.
So this whole thing is, the goal for this is to block as much line of sight, and this acid is just, you know, the cherry on top to clear this angle. But the goal for this really is to prevent any AWPer or prevent anyone just, you know, getting line of sight. So the whole goal for this setup is you want to be able to get onto site and hold here, right? And just like take a gunfight over here, right? So this setup is for that. So we'll actually go right into our second setup because it actually uses the same the wall here. But if you have other teammates that can, you know, for some reason smoke down the lane for you and give you that utility, and you can have your orb, check this, guys. Check this one out, guys. So this is a really cool CT smoke. You're standing over here on this wall. What you're really aiming for is between these 2 mountain ledges. So you're gonna aim in the middle here. You're gonna aim up, freeze frame, just to get that. We're gonna jump throw. And what this does is it lands at CT. So let's say you have a brimstone, right? He can smoke off this whole thing in case there's an AWPer.
Going up.
This wall comes up. A lot of times people like to hide behind this box. So just another quick tip. Bouncing this off this wall hits this, right? So, but anyway, so check this. Check this orb out. What this orb does, it lands over here, which blocks off this, right? So if you had like a friend who can smoke this, your 2 utilities are going to be
not enough fuel. Toxins going up.
Ideally trying to get here, or if you can sneak into this
Toxin
power
screen
spot,
down.
this is even better, right? Like this is just really great because you have so much side
Poison
control,
orb emitting.
and now you have this thing to help you too. So I really like this one. Alright guys, so we took a look at ways how we attack long C. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how we can apply pressure through garage and attack C from mid. And this setup is inspired by tens as well as my wall that I came up with. So for our wall, go ahead once again, take a look at the mini map. We want to cover off that right corridor as well as the box at C. And this part is inspired by tens, which he does quite often, which is, he pushes through his own smoke to act as a non-traditional way of entry fragging. So let's take a look. We'll go ahead and throw our orb on the left side.
Poison orb emitting.
We'll pop it, and what he often likes to do is he goes into his own smoke, jumps into this corner,
Poison's off.
drops the orb, and go pop, 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 or fight here. So it's angle 1, angle 2, and just be careful, this third angle, sometimes people hide here. Because if I'm here, I can't actually see over here, right? So again, you're in your orb, you drop your orb, get ready for a gunfight here, and if you take this frag, garage is wide open, and if you get a win here, now let's take a look at our line, how our wall helps us get onto C site.
Toxins going up.
We want to clear angle 1. This wall guards over here and allows us to, if there's a guy over here hiding behind boxes, we can acid him out or take a fight over here.
Toxin screen down.
And voila, just like that, we're on to site C here. Just something to note though, be careful.
Toxins going up.
This wall, sometimes people could stand right over here, but our
Toxin
goal,
screen down.
as always, is to try to get side control, and if we can get to this spot, that would be really great. Hey y'all, we're moving on to the defense side. I think Viper plays a very strong defensive position on the map Haven. I like to play her on B because she has a great ability to rotate to A. She has the great ability to rotate to C, and she can also hold mid with her smoke here. So let's go ahead and start off what a default B would look like. A lot of times I just like throwing my smoke here in the middle of B.
Poison orb emitting.
And you can really shut down a lot of things when people try to come rushing through. Something to note that if for some reason you're playing solo B and the other team is just spending a huge amount of utility on you,
Poison's
it's
off.
okay to fall back, right? Just let them come onto site. Don't be that first one to die, right? Allow your teams to rotate. And from when you're playing back here, you're 1, staying alive, 2, giving your teammates time to rotate, and you can also check out these acids. You can also stall some time, or if someone's planning on their normal default spots, you could really prevent their plant and stall, right? So that's something that just to keep in mind, right? Like something that I don't want to do is take unnecessary gunfights. Like if you're feeling confident in your aim, you can maybe hold this angle and blap, or you can maybe hold this angle and blap, or you can swing wide and blap. But I'm a firm believer in in kind of playing smart, not just relying on my aim. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, so we just took a look at how we can hold B, and now here's, I think, the power in Viper, her ability to rotate quickly. So if I'm holding down B and, even from here, you can hear a lot of people coming up short, right? So check this out. You can actually wall off A from still on B. So this is what it looks like. So you know they're rushing here.
Toxins going up.
You put up the wall, and look how great this is, right? So you got a couple of different options. One, if you can acid this,
Toxin
it
screen
goes
down.
into this corner, you drop the wall, and the guy who's hiding there has to come out, you take the gunfight, and
Toxins
secondly,
going up.
this has actually been inspired by Tens as well, is what he loves to do
Toxin screen
is
down.
he loves to throw his orb. Just take a look at where my mouse cursor is. What this does is, check this out.
Poison orb. Toxins going up.
You'll come into your own orb, you come on top of these boxes, and then, hello!
Toxin screen. Poison's off.
You start blapping people from here, and it's not necessarily a full one-way, but you certainly get the benefit of the surprise, and you can kill one person if not two, and I think if you can get a 2-for-1 on a rotate, I think that's a great deal. So we just finished taking a look at the rotation to A. Let's go ahead and take a look at what a rotation to C would look like. So we know that people are coming up long C. What I like to do is get into this corner. For my wall, take a look at the mini-map once again. And for my orb, what I like to do is just go ahead and take a look at freeze frame the crosshair placement. And let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So this is option 1 for the rotation.
Toxins going up.
Crosses off the wall. See where the orb dropped.
Poison orb emitting.
It blocks off this path as well. And so you could either, get into a position to hide here.
Toxin screen down.
Or you could go to logs, which is another great option.
Poison orb emitting.
So if this is all crossed off, you
Toxin
can
screen
get the logs
down.
here. So this second part of this rotation is once again inspired by tens. So the wall is the same, but if instead of throwing the orb on this angle, what I can do is I'll come over here, I'll throw my orb here, and similar to the rotation on A, it's not a full one-way, but it's certainly an element of surprise, so check it out.
Poison orb emitting.
We'll get onto the logs. We drop our orb, we drop our wall rather, and we fight.
Poison's off.
And again, it's not a one-way, but it's certainly one of those things that catch people off guard, where you have the first advantage. So I decided to add in some other cool tips and tricks. This is just a one-way from Garage if you're playing Garage. You want to get to this wall here, and what you're looking to aim as for is, you see this triangle of boxes, you want to pick out your orb, you want to aim in the middle of the 3 boxes and towards the bottom side of the 3 boxes. We're going to go ahead and throw it. It takes a while to get used to, so just try it out yourself, and it's a really great one-way.
Poison orb emitting.
Look how much space you have to shoot people's foot. It's very generous for you. And as always, we'll take a look at it from the other person's perspective. Cannot see window, cannot see window, cannot see window, cannot.
Poison's off.
Yeah, I'm probably dead by then, right? So, and look, as the other guy, you had to walk up pretty much to get into Garage. Meanwhile, I can see you from how far? The grass. So that's pretty cool. This one way was once again inspired by tens, and this is a one way if you're a B and for some reason you need to block out people coming from C. So maybe you get a post plant position here. What you want to do is you aim above this gong. You want to aim at this light over here at the bottom of the light. Throw. It lands at this place.
Poison orb
and you can see feet coming in from Garage, and you can lock this down.
Poison's off.
And so the final just tips and tricks here is, again, saw this on 10 stream, is you can actually at the beginning of the round you can acid off windows. So what you want to do is you want to aim here, you want to get a running start and shoot. And what this does is, take a look, it acids off any early aggro for someone trying to wide swing here, right? It just gives them a reason not to early peek. Alright folks, welcome to the 4th and final segment of this video. We'll be talking about ulti placements and spots where I think are strong post plants. And again, given a 1v2 or 1v3 situation, so a lot of times this is considered default. So I'll be planning here. What I like to do is immediately just crouch and just take a look at my crosshair placement.
Don't get in my way!
And now, I've spoken upon this in my previous videos, but my idea going into a post plan is looking for that first frag just because there's a high chance I can get it, and then if it's a 1v2 or 1v3, what I want to immediately do is start moving around, either change my position and look for another frag, or more importantly try to play the time, right? So if I plant default over here, one of my favorite positions is to come and play this angle over here. This is a very strong position. Oftentimes you'll get a lot of frags here, and on the note of being able to move around, a great position after you get this frag, if a guy's coming from CT, is if you can manage to move around and either hide here or move over here and hide show a new angle, or you can even come around and out, play a new angle here, or you can even choose to just hide here for the entire time, wait for the smoke to go down, and take a fight over here. let's now take a look at a post plant on the A bomb site. A lot of times people would want to plant over here, which is default, but if you can get a deeper plant, if you can, it's always better, especially with the ult. So I'd go ahead and plant it over here, and what I like to do is, notice again just a crosshair placement. I'm crouching, I'm just kind of creeping up to this spot here. Let's go ahead and take a look what this looks like.
Don't get in my way.
So once you get this post plant, a really great spot is playing right over here, holding this tight angle, because you have coverage from the smoke, you have coverage from this box here. And as you might notice, a reoccurring theme is definitely being able to play with the terrain and getting some sort of cover from the terrain. In this case, it's holding a tight angle and getting this box to protect me, right? So a lot of times that first free entry frag, as I like to call it, that surprise kill, you usually have an advantage over here. Some spots you can play around are obviously playing around this box, which is a huge plus. As you see, the smoke covers the entire box. If you can get a kill here, and you can even move around to over here if someone's coming from the other side. And finally, a cool little spot, as you'll notice, the bomb will be planted over here, right? What you can actually do is just come out over here, wait over here, play the smoke integrity, come out, just let it fade. If they're defusing, let's say they're defusing right now. Once again,
My
you
ultimate is ready.
have the advantage of coming out the smoke, right? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love listening to your feedback, and you know, just try to make video each better every time. So hope you guys enjoyed.